Hey yogis, I'm Christine DLT. I am going to lead you through your next 60-minute flow. It's a little fiery, a little powerful, my classic style, and I am hoping that you enjoy it. You don't need any props specifically, but if you want to grab some blocks, go for it. Our theme of our flow is going to be growing and growth. Kind of like a new flower blooming in the spring. We're going to go from this little seed at the beginning of our practice, and we're going to go through a lot of changes. We're going to slowly rise to standing and grow and build up strength, and then we're going to root ourselves back down to Mother Earth at the end. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. All right, so we're going to get started today in a child's pose. The child's pose form I'm going to recommend is embryo pose. So that means your knees are side by side. You are sitting somewhat back towards the heels, but you might notice as you lean forward, your booty lifts away from the heels. Totally okay. We're going to reach our hands forward to begin with so we can settle our forehead down. Forehead rests down to the mat. Now, if you notice that your booty lifts away from your heels, again, totally fine. You just mostly want to focus on your forehead resting down to the mat. Now, from here, start to reach your hands back towards your feet and rest that forehead down. Start to notice your breath. Notice how you're breathing here. Now, while you stay in this embryo pose, I'm going to talk to you a little bit for a moment, so stay in that posture. This pose, to me, always represents like this little seedling. It's ready to grow. There's so much potential there. And it's buried beneath the soil, buried beneath the earth. And we are working on helping to crack open this seed and grow this beautiful flower. And that is something that we are going to work on. So, staying in this shape as the seed, trying to grow this beautiful flower, let's focus on our breath. So taking a slow and steady deep breath in, fill up. Big audible sigh, let something go that doesn't serve. Another full inhale. And a big breath out. Slow down the next round of breath. Breathe in a little slower, a little richer. Add a pause at the top. Open up your mouth, big audible sigh. One more full inhale, nice and slow, biggest breath yet. Add an extra sip of air in at the top. Pause, and then open up your mouth. Big audible sigh, letting it all go. Sink heavier. When you are ready, begin to reach your arms forward, nice and active. Tent up onto the fingertips. Hover the arms. So if you notice your elbow and your forearm are hovering, keep the forehead down for a moment. Pull your shoulders down the back. Really engage them nice and strong. Good, stay for one more full breath in. Exhale, lower your elbows down, palms pressed together. You might need to walk the elbows in a little bit closer to frame the head. And then find a reverse prayer, so your thumbs are pulling back towards the nape of your neck. Good, now as you're here, taking some time to breathe. If you want a little bit more to stretch into the triceps, that's the back of your arms, walk your elbows forward a little bit, and then settle in. Feel this stretch as you soften the shoulders back into the socket, along the back of the arms, into the triceps. Feel that nice massage of your belly against the top of the thighs, that nice pattern of breathing. One more full inhale, yogis. Exhale, begin to lower your hands back down. Now, palms are going to be pressing into the mat. Arms are parallel like a number 11 here. And we're going to have our elbows down, forearms down. We're going to pull ourselves forward, slither forward onto your belly like a little snake for Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx pose, you're going to want your elbows underneath your shoulder. So notice if your elbows too far forward, pull them back. You want to feel stability. You want to stack your elbows right underneath your shoulder. Nice proud heart, tops of your feet down into the mat. You're gazing forward. Now, notice if your heart is leaning down, lift it up. Really proud heart, proud chest. Like you're trying to pull your navel towards the front of the spine.
Feel almost like you're trying to drag your belly button up to the top of the mat. Good. Feel that strength. Feel that strong core, strong back. This is a great alternative if you need an option for for up dog or cobra or any of those postures. Awesome option to have. All right, yogis, let's take another full breath in. Nice cow part. Exhale, drop your right ear over towards right shoulder. Nice stretch into the left side of our neck. Inhale, roll your chin in towards your chest. Left ear over towards left shoulder. Beautiful yogis, take another full inhale. Exhale, chin towards chest, right ear, right shoulder. Chin towards chest, left ear towards left shoulder. Come back through center, a little rock into each ear. All right, we're gonna go for a little bit of a quad stretch here. So listening carefully, we're gonna take our left hand pivoted towards our right elbow. So our left arm is parallel to the top of our mat. Our right hand reaches back and tries to grab for this back right foot. So right hand to right foot connection. Now notice, maybe you can't quite grab for it. You might use a strap or a t-shirt to loop over to grab for the foot. Or you might just be like, okay, this is good enough. If I'm just bending my foot in and I'm just trying to grab for something, that is okay. If you are on the more flexible side, again, like giving lots of options here, you could pull this heel in towards your booty. You could also wrap the tops of your fingers over the toes towards the arch and get an even deeper stretch into this right shoulder. Breathe. Notice what's going on in your mind. Now the hardest part in yoga sometimes is adding a smile. If you notice me, I struggle sometimes when I'm explaining things and talking to smile because right now I'm just teaching in the yoga studio alone and we're in some weird times, guys, and that's okay to feel like this is strange. I'm just talking to myself and a computer right now. It's all good. Whatever is going on with you, you're doing great. Gently release that back right foot. Let's make that right arm parallel to the top of the mat. Left arm reaches back for the left foot. Grab for whatever you got, and we've got this, yogis. Now maybe the fingers wrap over for that extra stretch for the quad, or maybe it's just hanging on best you can. So we're in these strange times, and just like a little seed blooming, we started off in that embryo pose, and now we're working our way into some bigger postures. We're opening into our heart. We're breaking and cracking through the layers of the seed to start to bloom into a beautiful flower. Now, taking your left arm out really far in front of you, tent up onto your fingertips, right arm slides underneath, right ear comes to ground, thread the needle. Mindful that your right palm is facing up towards the sky. Breathe. Soften into these shoulders. Shoulders are a place where we easily hold tension. Another full inhale. And a full exhale. Stay with it. One more full breath in. And a big breath out. Start to unwind. Right arm reaches out long, tent up onto those right fingertips. Left arm threads the needle. Palm faces up. Lower your left ear down. Soften into your right hand. And settle in for the shoulder stretch. All right, while we're here, we're going to have a little talk because we're a captive audience currently. And if you are like me, I tend to just clench tension in my jaw or transfer it to my shoulders or my toes, I scrunch them up or into my hands. And if you're like me and you just move tension from one part of the body to the other, we're releasing it from the shoulders right now. Notice where you're trying to send it to and interrupt that. See if you can release that tension rather with your exhales than just store it in a different place in your body. Steady rounds of breath in and breath out. That's all your mind has to focus on. How am I breathing today? 2 more rounds of breath with patience, with ease, with grace. Last breath in. Exhale, let's lift back up. Let's come back to our Sphinx pose. So we're reversing. We're coming back up to our forearms. Arms are parallel like a number 11. Once again, tuck your toes. And as you tuck your toes, engage your core, engage your quads by squeezing into your glutes and the legs. Notice how my knees lifted, right? I got some daylight underneath my knees, whereas when they were unengaged, they were down. So as your knees are lifted, your toes are tucked. Pull your navel up and in towards the spine as you lift yourself up, forearm plank. Oh yeah, we're here. Notice if you need to adjust, maybe the elbows need to be a little bit more underneath the wrists. Now, notice in your high plank pose, is your booty up in the air? Let's lower it down. Let's try to keep ourselves in a line the best we can. You might notice your shoulder blades are flaring up. Totally okay. That might mean that they hyperextend. It's all good. Stay with it for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Your gaze is out just towards your hands. Keep your neck long. One more full inhale. Exhale, lower the knees down to the earth. Press up to your palms. Let's stretch into the wrists. We're going to work on our right hand first. So our right palm is going to face up, fingers back towards our knees. Now you might move a little bit forwards and backwards. You might stay still. Whatever feels best for the stretch here. We're going to have a little talk about what we just did. So we worked on some fire. We built up some heat. If you notice, your breath had to pick up. You had to engage a lot of muscles for that forearm plank. And just like that little seed trying to break out of its shell, just like it trying to make its way to the surface of the earth, it's not always an easy journey. It's not always a beautiful, simple journey. It's easy to look back on and see and say, hey, this beautiful flower came out of the ground, came from a seed. But sometimes when we are in it, it doesn't always seem so simple, so easy, and that's something I want us to become aware of. All right, palm faces down, fingers back towards the knees, maybe a little bit of a forwards and backwards motion. I personally like to peel my palm off the mat a little bit. That might work for you. And then lower your hand back to neutral. Left hand, palm faces up, fingers back towards the knee once again. Maybe a little bit of forwards and backwards motion, or maybe some stillness, and then some real talk comes along with it. So as we grow and change from one season to another, or through transitions in life or challenges, whatever's going on in the world around us or internally for us, we don't always have to have such physical growth around us. Sometimes in the spring and the summer, we want to go through these huge phases where we move physically from one space to another. We visit friends, we travel, we do things like that, or we plant a lot of things in our yard, or we fix up our house in our yard a lot. And that might not be happening for all of us right now, and that is okay. All right, let's face our palm down, fingers back towards our knees for the left hand. Again, a little bit forwards and backwards. So remembering compassion above all else, and just like this flow, it's gonna be a little fiery, it's gonna be a little powerful, and it is all about adding this fluid flow for us today and moving kind of quickly to move and burn through whatever excess we're hanging on to. But also, it's there to remind us that we're just doing the best we can and to be compassionate. So if not every posture happens today, who cares? You're doing great, you're on your mat, you showed up, you're breathing, that's the most important thing. All right, palm faces down. Let's tuck our toes, sit back, yogi toe stretch. Now if you guys take my class, you guys know, or take my class in passing, you know I love this stretch. It's so good for the feet. So as our toes are tucked, we're sitting back. This is also affectionately called fire toes because it'll feel like your feet are on fire down here. You're gonna feel some heat, and that is okay. That means that you're stretching into the fascia, that's the tissue in your feet. And we don't often bend our feet this direction, and we also don't apply a large amount of our body's weight on top of our feet too. And this is really healthy. It's important to stretch our feet this way. This helps with a lot of foot issues. If you have any issues with your arch of your foot or plantar fasciitis or anything along those lines, this can be a really great pose for this. If you stand a lot at a standing desk, or you sit a lot at your desk, either one is a good balance to help work things out to the other side. All right, one more deep full breath in. Big audible sigh. Letting it all go. Yogis, let's come back. Tuck, keeping the toes tucked, lift your hips high, down dog, paddle it out, let it go. Bend into one knee, bend into the other. Give your head a little shake, yes and no. Remind it to relax. If your shirt ends up in your face, it's all good. It's pretty normal in the yoga world. One day I will invent the perfect yoga shirt, and it will not do this, but yet still look very cute. All right, taking a full inhale. Big audible sigh. One more full deep breath in. On the exhale, walk your hands to the back of the mat. Ragdoll, grab for opposite elbows, bend into your knees. Maybe a little bob left and right. A sway left and right, a bob up and down. Or some stillness as you shift weight towards the toes and back towards the heels. You choose what feels best for you. Full inhale. Then a full exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release your fingers away from whatever bind they got. Anchor them to your shins or to the earth. Halfway lift. Now when you're halfway lift, let's pause for a second. We're going to hold this for a moment. The weight is towards our toes, so we're shifting our weight forward towards our toes. Our fingers are anchored to something. We're pinching our shoulder blades together. Nice flat back. Scoop up the low belly. And gaze is straight down, so we're not craning our neck forward. We're looking straight down at the earth, so the crown of our head is reaching long towards the top of the mat. And an exhale, forward fold. Awesome form. I just want to work on that so we're really strong in our poses. 10 tap onto your left fingertips, or use a block if you like it, or cookbooks, or whatever you got. Bend generously into your left knee. Peel the right arm up towards the sky as you straighten that right leg best you can. Feel that stretch and that twist. Notice, can you reach your fingers up a little bit higher towards the sky, like you're trying to grab something up there. Stay active, even into the fingertips of the right hand. Exhale, lower that right hand down. Bend that right knee. Straighten out the left leg as you reach that left arm high towards the sky. Again, feel like you're reaching up towards the sky. But also notice, do you feel stretch in that IT on the outside of your thigh? Maybe you feel in the calf, the hamstring. Notice. Learn something new about yourself. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands forward on the inhale, top of a push-up, high plank pose. Hold it here. Stay with it for a deep breath in. Exhale, start to sit your hips back towards the heels. Pause. Hips go high, down dog. Now if you notice, I look like I was rolling through a wave, and that's what we're going to do. So inhale, roll forward like you're a wave. Exhale, bend the knees, sit your hips back, and then hips lift high, down dog. Good. Inhale, rolling forward like a wave. Exhale, meet back and down dog, taking your time. Take 2 more of those at your own pace. Let's do it. Nice, yogis. 1 more. Taking your time to make your way through it. Lovely. Let's gaze forward. Lift high onto the tippy toes. Now as you're gazing forward, your palms stay rooted. And then keep the legs straight as you take the tiniest tiptoes forward. This should be really difficult to do, and it should feel more difficult as you get closer towards your hands. And then find a nice little forward fold. I personally like toes together, feel slightly apart. Always when I'm in a forward fold at the top, it's up to you. The feet could be hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. You know where to go now. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise. Reach high. Cactus your heart open. Back bend. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, interlace your hands to your low back. Knuckles pull down. So maybe you've been sitting a lot. Maybe it's on the sofa, and I don't have the best posture when I sit on the sofa. That might happen for others as well. I'm not calling anyone out, but I'm calling myself out on this, I guess, technically. I sometimes don't sit great when I'm sitting on the sofa or at a table, and this is really good to help us work on our posture. A lot of times I'm over my phone, I'm like this, and I'm not opening up my heart, so this is a great one. Knuckles pulled down. Maybe your gaze lifts a little bit too. Exhale, bend into those knees generously, find a nice forward fold. If feet together feels too difficult to balance in, widen your feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift, knuckles pull towards the back of the room. Exhale, release the bind as you fold forward. Taking your time, step your left foot back, keep your right foot forward. Good, you're in a low lunge. Easy twist, peel that right arm up towards the sky. Just like we did earlier in that forward twist. Can you reach your right fingertips up towards the sky? Deeper breath. In, stay active in those fingertips. Exhale, lower that right hand down. Straighten out your front right leg, extended pyramid pose. So if you notice, my right leg is pretty straight. And I'm either gonna walk my hands back in behind my shoulders, and I'm gonna fold here. That's because this pose doesn't feel like a lot for me, but if you need more, bring props underneath your hands to help you lift yourself up. Again, that could be blocks, it could be a cookbook, it could be pillows, whatever helps provide you support. Taking another full inhale. Exhale, re-bend into this front right knee. Lower your left knee down. Anjaneyasana, this low crescent lunge. Reach your arms up high. Exhale, cactus your heart open. Look up, sit the hips a little bit lower. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, plant your hands, calf splits. Flex your toes up towards the sky. Notice if your hips are aligned over your knee. Bowing forward and breathe. If you notice your hips are sink back towards the heel too much, wiggle your heel a bit further forward to try to keep that alignment. Keep bowing down and forward. We're gonna hold this half splits a little bit longer, but then we're gonna start to move a little bit faster, but we're not gonna be holding it as long. So enjoy the stillness best you can. Another full inhale. Exhale, re-bend into your front right knee, tuck your back left toe, lift the left knee up, and take your vinyasa back home to down dog, any way you want to get there. If you want to take a one-legged, go for it. Lower halfway. Drop both feet to the earth for your up dog, and then roll over the toes for down dog. Nice job, yogis, or you can take that Sphinx pose or baby cobra, or skip any and all vinyasas. You can even take that wave-like motion to get back to your down dog, making your practice fluid. When you're ready, make your way to the top of the mat. This time you can hop, step, float, travel, however you want to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise, reach high. Cactus your heart open, big back bend. Inhale, sweeping your arms up high. Exhale, interlace your hands low back. Funky grip, opposite thumb on top this time. So reverse the cross of the thumbs. Knuckles pull down, heart lifts up. Exhale, bend into the knees as much as you need to, forward folds. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the body and fold, step the right foot back. Easy twist, left arm reaches high towards the sky. Good, reaching your left fingertips like you're trying to grab something from the ceiling. Keep reaching. Exhale, fold that hand down. Straighten out your left leg, extended pyramid pose. Bow over that left leg. Now you might walk your hands back. You might keep them where they're at, or use those props. Be mindful that props do not make a pose easier. They make them accessible. So if you need those props to make it accessible, it's not making it any easier, it's not cheating. Leave those things out of your mind and be kind and compassionate once again to yourself. Deep breath in. Exhale, walking your hands forward, re-bend into your knee, lower the right knee down, Anjaneyasana, arms sweep high. Cactus your heart open, back bend of the hips, sink a little lower. Inhale, arms reach high, half splits, flex the left toes up towards the sky. Notice how I wiggle my heel a little bit further forward. That's because I need some distance here so my hips don't sink back towards my heel. Bowing and folding forward over this left leg. Best you can. Again, you might use props here. Anytime you're stretching into the hamstrings, you can add those props. Bring the earth a little bit closer to you. Maybe you try the hardest yoga pose ever here, smiling, raising those cheek muscles up towards your ears and the edges of your eyes. Hey, smile. You got this. One more breath in. Exhale, re-bend into our front right knee. Walk our hands forward, tuck our toes, lift our back knee in any vinyasa you want. I'm going to do another one-legged because I did it on the other side just to keep the the balance, but it's all good if you don't. All right, making it back to our down dog. We're gonna start to pick up the pace here, yogis. It's gonna go a little bit faster, but we're gonna go through a couple rounds of this, adding on and changing it up. So you'll get used to the poses, and some of these are already going to be familiar. So as you're ready, inhale, lift high into the tippy toes. Exhale, bend those knees, hop, step, float, travel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise, reach high. Exhale, sit low this time, chair pose. Oh yeah, here we are, chair pose. So, toes are together, heels slightly apart, a little high wedge between our feet, or feet can be hip width distance, and our knees are right in line with our toes. Okay, but our feet are parallel like number 11s, just like our Sphinx pose arms were. Sitting low in your chair pose, let's reach our arms forward as we sit even lower. Oh yeah, now we're really feeling this in the glutes. We're also feeling this in the quads a bit too, huh? Leaning your heart further forward. Hinge your arms back, airplane arms in your chair pose. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. As you're ready, start to lift your left heel up off the mat. From your left heel lifting, can you also start to hover the left toes and hover that whole left foot? Oh yeah. Kick that left heel in towards your booty. Stay with it. Kick it back, warrior 3. Wiggles, wobbles, all welcome here. It's all good. If you fall, bring your hands down as part of the process. One more inhale. Exhale. From here, we're going to meet a low lunge. Lower those left toes down and then the left knee. Beautiful yogis, cactus your heart open. Airplane arms, half splits. Flex your toes up, arms reach back. Come back, easy twist, plant that left hand down. Reach the right arm high. You're off that back left knee. Taking another full breath in. You're gonna tent up onto our left fingertips. Now as you're high on those left fingertips, notice if you can hover them off the ground. And then start to rise up. Oh, we're gonna open twist. Tick-tock, exalted, if it feels good for you so far. We're gonna come back to it, so you don't need it right now. And then let's come back to our open twist. Let's hover that left hand for just a moment, and then gently lower it back down to the earth, keeping that control. Lovely yogis, taking your time to lower your right hand back down. We're gonna lower our left knee down. Pick up our foot, pivot it back behind us, rise up to a baby warrior 2. Now this one's a funky one. You don't see this in the class very often, but you got it. So your knee has a nice 90-degree bend. Your toes are facing forward for the right toes. Really strong arms here. Serve your fingertips forward, flip your palm, but this time, drop your left fingertips to the back of the mat, straighten out that front right leg, find a nice stretch. Keeping this leg straight, rise up, use your core strength. Just rest gently those right fingertips on top of your shin. Left arm reaches up and over. Let's come back, one more of those at the back of the mat. Rebend your knee as you rise back up, baby warrior 2. Gazing over that front right to middle finger. You got this, yogis. Serve your fingertips forward, and then maybe your elbow rests to the top of your thigh, or maybe your hand rests to the inside of your foot, or to a block, or a cookbook, whatever you got. Taking a full inhale. Stay with it for a full exhale. Keep reaching those left fingertips up. Maybe you bring your gaze up, or you keep them down. Your choice. Where does the gaze feel best? One more full inhale. Exhale, rise back up. Baby warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down. Pivot your foot back. Tuck your back left toes. Lift that knee up. Listen carefully. Kick up, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Wild thing option from here. Reaching your hand overhead. Nice, yogis. Let's come back around 3-legged dog. Right leg kicks high to sky. Knee in towards nose, shifted forward. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over towards right elbow or tricep. Inhale, kick it up. Knee twist over towards that left elbow. Listen carefully, kick it out for a hovering fallen triangle. That means the right foot is not touching the earth. It's lifted, stay with it for another breath in, use that core strength. Exhale, lower the right foot down, sit down to your booty. You're in a wide-legged straddle fold. Now we're not folding quite yet or for this flow at all. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. So we're gonna sweep our left hand to the inside of our right thigh. Reach our right arm up and over towards those left toes. Now you might not touch them. It's all good. You're about reaching because that finds length in the right side of the body. Inhale, rise up. Switch it out. Right hand reaches to inner thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Breathe. Nice work. Inhale, rise it all back up. Let's bring our hands back around, back to our fallen triangle. Kick our leg up, three-legged. Take any vinyasa you want from here. You could step it down and take a traditional vinyasa or a one-legged vinyasa. Or you could skip it, bend those knees and lift the hips high. Any and all vinyasas are welcome. While you're holding that down dog, let me clarify, a vinyasa is anything you want it to be. It's breath and movement connection. So if you want to be Sphinx pose and then meet back in down dog, if you want a baby cobra, meet back in down dog, a chaturanga to up dog, meet back in down dog, you do you. You take on the flow that works for you. Pretty much we're just meeting back in down dog. That's the only common ground we have. And that we're breathing and moving with our breath, most importantly. All right, yogis, so hips are high, heels sinking down towards the earth, pressing our heart back towards our thighs. Take another full inhale. Gazing forward on the exhale, bend those knees, hop, step, float, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise, sit low. Chair pose. Oh yeah, you know we got a whole nother side to do. And sit even lower as you hinge your arms forward like you're holding the tray. Swim your arms back, airplane arms. Good. Can you start to lift your right heel up? Can you also start to lift the right toes up so you're hovering the whole foot? Kicking that heel towards your booty, hold it. And then kick it back, warrior through the airplane arms. Awesome job, yogis. Use your core strength here. Try not to overthink this. Take another full breath in. Stay for the breath out. Last inhale. Exhale, we land into our Anjaneyasana. Right toes touch and then gracefully lower the right knee down. Cactus your heart open, big back bend. Airplane arms, swim your arms back, fold in that half splits with airplane arms. Good, yogis, come back, easy twist, feel that left arm up, that right knee is lifted. Now can you tent up onto your right fingertips? Maybe you even start on working on hovering that right hand. Let's rise up, high, crescent lunge with the open twist. Tick-tock, exalt that warrior, you got it. And then can you come back to that open twist and then hover in that easy twist? Gently before lowering the hand down. Good job, yogis. Lower that left hand down, lower your right knee. Pick up your right foot, pivot it behind you. Rise up, baby warrior two here again. You're like in a kneeling warrior two. I'm just calling it baby warrior two. It's all good. Left knee, 90-degree angle, right? 90-degree angle between our ankle, our knee, and our hip and thigh. Surf your fingertips forward, flip your palm, reverse, lower the right hand down. Left leg extends towards the top of the mat. Find all that length, maybe look up. When you're ready, use your core strength. Gently rest the left fingertips down. Right arm reaches up and over. When you're ready, one more of those. Re-bend into your front left knee, back to your baby warrior two. Surf your fingertips forward and then maybe forearm rest or elbow rest the top of thigh or palm to inside of foot. You could be tented up onto your fingertips. Just find length, reaching those right fingertips up towards the sky. Breathe. What's going on in your mind? Is it starting to wander? Are you jumping from thought to thought like a way a monkey jumps from branch to branch? We call that the monkey mind. It's all good. Guide it back to that intentional breath. Maybe that intention of practicing and flowing, growth, new life, new energy, new focus. One more deep breath in, yogis. Exhale, rise back up, baby warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down, pivot your back foot. Tuck your right toes, lift the right knee up. Kick up, 3-legged. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Option to flip over. Woo, wild thing. Have some fun with it. Change perspective. Let's come back, 3-legged dog. Left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over towards left elbow or tricep. Inhale, kick it high. Knee twist over towards right elbow, pause. Fallen triangle with a hovering foot. Reaching that right arm high. Keep hovering that left foot. You've got the core strength. Do it again. Exhale, lower that left foot down. Sit on down. Whew. Oh my gosh, we did it. All right, let's swim our right fingertips to the inside of our thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. And we can just be reaching towards our toes. We don't even have to touch them. It doesn't mean you're a better person if you could touch your toes. You've got this. When you're ready, rise back up, switch out the arms. Left hand to inside of right thigh. Right arm reaching up and over towards those left toes. A little smile helps. Keep flexing into the feet to keep those hamstrings active and stretching. And when you're ready, rise up. Bring your hands around top of the mat. Find that fallen triangle again. Kick it up, 3-legged. Any vinyasa you want from here or not. One of the hardest things for me in my practice is learning to skip vinyasas and know that that doesn't mean I'm doing any better or any worse. All right, yogis, taking a full inhale. Stay for the breath out. When you're ready, travel to the top of the mat on the next exhale. Hop, step, float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root, rise, sit low, chair pose. You know where we're going. Reaching our hands forward, hover our belly over the top of our thighs. Swim our arms back, airplane arms. Good. Start to hover the left heel, then the whole left foot. Kick the heel in towards the booty, pause. Kick it back, warrior 3. Are you breathing here? One more full inhale. Exhale, find Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Cactus your heart open. Airplane arms, half splits. Come back to your low lunge. Easy twist, peel that right arm open towards the sky. A little different on this side. Move to all 10 toes facing towards the right side of the mat, or to side plank, Vashisthasana. Here's another option. Hover that top right foot, step it back behind you for a wild thing variation. Choose what works for you. When you're ready, we're going to meet with our right knee in towards our chest. Step it forward, back to that low lunge. Good, easy twist. Peel that right arm up still. Rise up high, crescent lunge with the open twist. Tick-tock, exalt your warrior. Come back. Hover that hand first and then lower the left hand down. Lovely yogis, place your right hand back down, lower the left knee, pivot it back, baby warrior 2. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior as that right leg straightens out. Come back up, reach the left arm forward. One more time to the back of the mat. Now we're going to bend into this knee back to that side angle. It might be hand to inside of foot or elbow to top of thigh. Notice what's going on with your breath. Take a full inhale. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale. On the next exhale, rise back up, baby warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down, pivot your foot back to neutral. Tuck your back toes, lift your left knee. Kick it up, 3-legged. Bend your knee, stack your hip, wild thing option. You don't have to take it, it's just there if you want it. We'll meet back in 3-legged. Right knee to nose, pull it in. Inhale, kick it up. Right knee, right elbow or tricep. Nice, inhale, kick it up. Twist right knee, left elbow. Kick it out, fallen triangle. This time our foot plants. Good, we'll meet back in 3-legged and any vinyasa you want, or just step that right foot down and pedal it out. Learning to know your limits when you need to listen to your body. Stop listening to the ego and just listen to what intuitively you need here. Taking a full breath in, reset. And a big breath out. One more breath in before we move on to the next side. On the exhale, hop, step, float, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, root and rise, reach high, sit low, chair pose. You know where we're going, hands reach forward. Sitting even lower, the lowest chair pose you've ever taken on. Swim your arms back, airplane arms. Lift the right heel, bend the whole right foot. Kick that heel towards your booty, hold it here. When you're ready, warrior three, kick that right leg back, hold. Full breath in. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, asana, lower your right knee down. Cactus your heart open. Inhale, arms reach high, hinge your arms back, swim into those half splits. Hovering the arms, hovering the heart. Come back into your low lunge, right hand plants, left arm reaches high. Easy twist. Turn all 10 toes towards the left side of your mat. Or take a full side plank, Paschimottanasana, your choice. You have that wild thing option to step the left foot back. Changing your perspective. When you're ready, draw that left knee in towards your chest, step it forward, stay in your easy twist. Tent up onto those right fingertips and then rise, open twist. Exalt if you want it, tick-tock that left arm down, right arm high. And then bring your hand back to the inside of your foot. Nice yogis, taking your time to lower that left hand down. Lower your right knee down, pivot your foot back behind you, baby warrior two. Surfing your fingertips forward, flip your palm, straighten out that front left leg, find that reverse. Drop your left hand to the top of your shin, reach that right arm high. One more time, find that length, stretch and grow. And then let's rebend into this knee, rise back up, baby warrior two. Side angle from here, any variation you want. Elbow to top of thigh, hand to inside of foot. Whatever you got, just breathe. Reaching that right arm nice and high towards the sky. One more deep breath in. Exhale, rise back up, baby warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down, frame your foot, tuck your back toes. Kick it up three-legged. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Option to flip it over for a wild thing if you want it. We'll meet back in our three-legged dog. Knee in towards nose. Kick it up three-legged. Knee over towards left elbow or tricep. Kick it up three-legged. Knee twist over towards your right elbow. Kick it out, falling triangle. Peel that right arm up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Kick back three-legged and take any vinyasa from here you want, or just step it back down. Holding your down dog, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more full inhale. All right, this is the last set. On the exhale, hop, step, float, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sit low, chair pose, arms hinge forward. Lowest chair pose ever. Hinge your arms back, airplane arms. Pivot your left heel off the mat and then the whole left foot. Kick your heel in towards your booty. Warrior three. Lower your left knee down, sweep your arms up high. Cactus your heart open, back bend. Half splits with the airplane arms. And then come into your easy twist. Right arm reaches high towards the sky. Good job, yogis. All 10 toes towards the edge of the mat. Side plank or supported side plank, your choice. Wild thing option is there, stepping the right foot back. Let's come back around, draw that right knee in towards our chest. Step it to the top of the mat. You're still in your easy twist, tent up onto those left fingertips. Rise up, high crescent. Wiggles and wobbles welcome. Tick-tock, exalt, reach that left arm high. Exhale, lower that left hand back down to the earth. Awesome job, yogis. Lower your right hand down. Take a moment to center yourself. This one's a little bit different. Swim your arms back, airplane arms. You're in lightning warrior. Take a deep breath in. Rise up, high crescent. When you're ready, fan open, warrior two. Seal down through that back left foot. Surf your fingertips forward, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. And then from here, we're moving to full side angle. Fingertips surf forward, and then maybe the arm rests atop the thigh, or hand to inside the foot. If you would like, you have an option for a bind. This left hand reaches towards that inside of your thigh. The right hand reaches under and around. Maybe you can grasp the fingertips, maybe not. It's all good. Make it work for you. Most important is that you're not closing your heart off to the ground. You're rolling and stacking that left shoulder on top of right. A lot of options from here. You can stay right here. You could straighten out your left leg for extended triangle pose, Trikonasana. Or you could take a hovering, bound half moon, which is always so difficult for me. Let's see if I can do it today. Oh yeah. It doesn't always happen. Or you can move into birds of paradise and balance on that left foot, kicking your right foot out if you want it, but you don't have to take that. My legs are tired, so I'm going to skip. When you're ready, unbind, rise up, warrior two, flip your palm, reverse your warrior, exhale, cartwheel your hands down, take a vinyasa if you want it, or skip it. When you're back in your down dog, sweep that right leg still high to the sky. Exhale, knee in towards nose. Inhale, kick it up. Right knee, right elbow, now pause. Flex your foot, step it outside the pinky, lizard lunge. Lower your left knee down. You can stay on your palms. You can lower down to your forearms or to a pillow or a block. You could also take a quad stretch from here, your choice. I'm going to take a moment for a breath first, recenter. And then if it feels good for you, you can press that left palm down, reach that right arm high, and then start to grab for that back left foot. Similar to our Sphinx pose quad stretch earlier. Just adding a little bit more twist here. Notice maybe the difference between this side and the other side. Usually we have a more flexible side and a less flexible side. It doesn't mean much. It's just something to learn and observe about ourselves, gather some information. Grow a little bit more by gathering all this information. One more breath in. Exhale, gently release. Let's all press back to our palms. Tuck our back left toe, lift the knee up. Any vinyasa you want, we'll meet back in down dog. I'm going to skip it and go straight back to down dog. Maybe you take it, and you take your time to make it back there. Once you arrive, though, come back to breath. Big audible sigh. Good news, yogis, one more side to do, and then we're done. When you're ready, exhale, hop, step, float, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, grin rise, reach high. Sit low, chair pose, lowest chair of your life. Hinge those arms forward, and then back. Lift the right heel up, then the whole right foot. Kick that heel in towards your booty, and then warrior three. Take one more breath in. Exhale, land Anjane, sweeping your arms up high. Cactus your heart open. Airplane arms, half splits. Easy twist, planting that right hand down, rebending into that left knee. Left arm reaches up with activity in the left hand, like you're reaching towards something on the ceiling. Turn all 10 toes to the side, supported side plank or full side plank. Maybe you even take a wild thing, your choice. And then when you're ready, we'll meet back in our low lunge. Back in our easy twist. All right, tent up onto those right fingertips, rise up, high crescent. Tick-tock, reach the right arm high to the sky. Exhale, come back, easy twist. And then lower that left hand down. Good, take a moment here to center yourself and then swim your arms back lightning. Fingertips face towards the back of the mat. Palms facing down, pinkies in, thumbs out. Active into the shoulders. When you're ready, rise up, high crescent. Fan open, warrior two, seal down that back right foot. Surf your fingertips forward, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. And then here's that side angle. You can take your hand to the top of your thigh or palm to inside a foot, to a block, to whatever you got to support you. Or work on that bind. Taking that right hand, wrapping it around to the low back. Taking that left arm, weaving it under and around, trying to find the grasp. And then any variation you want from here, you can take that pyramid pose. Keep calling it pyramid, triangle pose, Trikonasana, whatever. You can take that, Birds of Paradise is what it's called I'm looking for, or that lovely half moon pose that's bound. It is my nemesis of poses. This one is so hard, and you can just keep working on it, and if you don't have it, it's all good. Maybe just a little hover of the foot works for you today. Take one more full breath in. Wherever you're at, we're going to meet up in our warrior two as you're ready. I'm going to release the bind and then rise. Flip my palm, reverse my warrior, cartwheel your hands down first. And then step back down dog or take a vinyasa, your choice. Once back in your down dog, we're all going to meet three-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, knee in towards nose, shift it forward. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over towards our left elbow or tricep. Flex the foot and then step it through, lizard. So you can lower down your back right knee, untuck the toes if it feels good. Forearms or stay on the palms, whichever feels best for you. Breathe best you can. I like to take a breath here to gather myself, to gather my breath, my thoughts. Try to guide my thoughts back to each inhale and exhale. And then if you want that quad stretch, reaching that left arm back for that right foot. Taking your time here though. If you want this posture, you can ease into it. If it feels difficult to grab that back foot, you can always use a strap or a shirt too to help you make that connection too. Last full inhale. Exhale, gently release. Let's all meet back on our palms, tuck our back toes, and then take any vinyasa or just step it back to your down dog. That's where we're all going to meet, our home space of down dog. Take the biggest breath in, a big audible sigh. Let's lower down to our knees, and let's sit back towards our heels, shifting over to one side. Kick your feet out in front of you. Starting to cool things down, but before we do, I always have to have a little bit of core work in all my classes, so that's what we're going to go for. So we're going to balance in our boat pose on our sit bones, and we're going to reach our hands forward. Now you can stay right here. This might be enough for you. You might even have your hands supporting the backs of your thighs. Or if you want to go along for the journey, we're going to move a little bit. So take a deep breath in, exhale, low boat. Inhale, high. Try to smile here. You got this, low boat. High. Anytime anybody tells me that in core work, high boat, low boat, I always just immediately am like, get me out of this class right now. It's all good. We got this for 5. 4. Are you breathing? 3, 2, 1. Aren't you so glad you did it? Yay! Hug those knees in towards your chest, roll on down to your back. Oof. You've earned this. Give yourself a little hug of the knees into your chest. A little rock left and right along the low back. And as you feel ready, let your knees fall to the left. Arms open up to a T. I like to bring my gaze over towards my open right palm. But it might feel best for your neck to look up towards the ceiling. You choose. And just start to slow your breath down. Maybe you close the eyes as you bring
your focus back to the internal. Twisting and unwinding. Imagining as we wring out our spine here that we're wringing out a sponge. Letting go of every last drop that doesn't serve. Shedding it so we can grow a little bit stronger. Bring your knees back through center. Let's shift our knees the opposite way. Gaze shifts over towards that open left palm or up towards the ceiling. Most important here is to breathe. Let your breath return to normal. Start to let everything reground and connect to the earth. A couple more rounds of breath on this side. Letting go of anything that you're still hanging on to. One more full breath in. Exhale, bring your knees back through center. Give yourself the biggest hug. Squeeze yourself into a tight ball, just like we did at the beginning of class, but this time on our backs. Give yourself a lot of love for showing up on your mat, for doing your best today. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open up for Shavasana. Let your arms and legs take up space. Let your eyelids be closed and heavy. Your limbs feel like they're filled with lead, sinking down into the earth. Your head is heavy. Your eyes roll towards the back of your head. The belly softens as the hips sway heavy. Fingers and toes relax. Your jaw softens as you just rest. I'll let you know when it's time to reawaken. Until then, enjoy this time to soak up the bliss and your practice. Yogis, if you'd like to keep resting, you could just lock your device and turn on a timer to reawaken you later so you don't have to focus on how much time has passed. But if you'd like to keep resting, taking that time to do so. If you are ready to reawaken, begin first with a deep breath in. Add some richness and warmth back into the body. Begin to let go on the exhale. Invite in the smallest
movements into your fingers and toes, just little wiggles or a rub of the pad of your thumb along the pad of each finger. Find some movement into the jaw, like you're yawning or just waking up. A heavy rock of the head, right and left. Before finding a nice good morning stretch, reach your arms long overhead, stretch through fingers and toes. Inhale, find some extra length through the side body. Exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest before rocking either to the right or the left side for fetal position. Bottom arm is a pillow. Top palm is there is your kickstand, but also your grounding point, your connection to the earth. Keeping your eyes closed, press your way up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Palms can rest to your knees or palms can rest to heart center, whichever serves you best. Find a nice tall seat, crown of your head reaches up. Take a moment here to reflect and pause on whatever growth you have experienced during your practice today. It could be something that seems little, it could be something that seems big, profound, doesn't matter. It's something for you. The focus of our practice today was to grow and bloom into a beautiful flower, and you are already there. I hope you can see that for yourself. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.